Hi there everyone, it's Andy here, the Tai Chi guy. We're going to go on with lesson number 7, going from half single whip to full single whip in our Learn Tai Chi at Home while self-isolating from the coronavirus. Make sure you go onto our YouTube channel, make sure you click, subscribe, share, get it out there, but above all for yourself, make sure you get yourself up, build on your practice. After a little while, you're going to find that on your own you can take yourself through from the beginning without thinking too much, and you can start to move the chi in your body, imagining yourself moving against a resistance as you go through. You won't have to be looking at the screen, you won't have to be following along and turning your head, you'll own it for yourself. So this is the whole point. You don't just look at the screen and say, okay, let me see, I'll wait until you move. You turn the computer off and you see what you can remember and you practice it on your own 2-3 times a day. It will increase and improve your health immensely. It's very, 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 very good for you. It's calming for the mind. It exercises the body. It exercises all the bits that are important in your body, all the bits that you can't see in the mirror. So do it for the right reasons, but you must do it. So today we're going to move from here to here. Half single whip to full single whip. Now, finishing in a cat stance, I'll face the camera for a moment, so we're going to be facing this way in a second. You'll turn your right toe out, not too far, just a few degrees. Bring the left foot in, not so it's touching, but a couple of inches away. Sink down and extend that leg forward so that your hips and shoulders are facing the front. Be careful not to collapse this knee from its position over the toe. And try not to twist the hips to the side like this. You sink and sit down so there's no weight in that back leg. But as you practice, be careful that you don't overwork that leg, otherwise you'll end up walking around in a circle. So you need to do a little bit, have a little rest, perhaps even try it on the other leg just for the exercise, just to even things up. So, facing in this direction, I turn my right toe out. I sink into my stance, I bring myself into the cat stance, and I bring my hands into the half single whip position. So my left hand is drawn under my right armpit, my right elbow sinks down to relax the shoulder, and everything about this hook is nice and straight through the joint so it doesn't twist out to the side. That way all the chi channels are open and everything can flow as it should. Now, rather than staying in this stance for this next bit, which is going to over-tie your leg, let's just come up more comfortably just to learn this little bit about what the arm's going to do. Now, you need 2 things to happen at once. You need this hook to lift up and go back down again in a little circle this way, just like this. Now, what this is doing is it's lifting from one side of someone's arm to the other to pull it to break against the joint. If I had somebody else here, I could show you how to do it, but really, that is what the hook's doing to someone's arm who's standing out to your side there, and you take it over the other side. So that creates a little stirring motion. Now, let's talk about natural energy. Natural energy, stuff that you know how to do already. If you were to stir something, imagine stirring something. If it were quite thick and you could feel the resistance of whatever liquid was there, or turning a hand, all same kind of thing, what you would do is your body would turn counterclockwise naturally, because your body understands how to use its natural energy, to the stirring motion. You would never stir like this because you're not a robot. You would actually do this. Without even knowing it, unconsciously, your body knows how to coil its energy to bring it out into the extremities. And this makes it very powerful. So we use this coiling motion at this part of the single whip. Now that does 2 things at the same time. It lifts this hook up to take it back, so your waist comes this way and settles the hook back. Don't worry about it too much. This is supposed to take years and years and years to learn how to really unlock this internal energy. And your left hand, which is resting with the back of the fingers just nearly brushing against the crook of the right arm, lifts up, The index finger just extends a little bit. This is stretching open the chi channels. And it starts to corkscrew upwards. Now to do that, from this position, I will bring my thumb open towards this right hand a little further, just at the beginning, so then I can twist it further around the other way. So I'm creating this kind of twisting force that really comes from inside my body. And this creates the coiling energy of Tai Chi. And it takes a long time to learn. You're going to find it very, very awkward to do at the beginning. I found it very awkward to do at the beginning. So why should you be any different? My teacher found it very awkward to do at the beginning. The difference between my teacher and me, and perhaps people who tried it once, is that they gave up and we didn't. And you'll find after a while that you can do it. But don't worry about it too much at the moment. You're not supposed to be able to do it easily until you've tried to do it hundreds of times, thousands of times. You won't get it after the first time, the second time, the third time, the fifth time, the 10th time, even the 100th time. But every time you're doing it, you're loosening your body up. You're loosening your body up. It's very good for breaking up the fatty tissue deposits between the fascia of your internal organs. Really, really good for exercising the insides of your body. You've got to keep the muscles on the outside very, very relaxed. This is an internal exercise. So, from here, this is what it looks like. So I'll do it a few times, so you can try and do it with me. Trying not to let my knees collapse too much. Try not to transfer that energy down to break my stance too much. So we've come up to here. So I'm turning this hand in so then I can corkscrew it up. I sink the elbow and let the hand absolutely relax. It must stay relaxed. Now the fingers are facing down, and this leads the beginning of the direction of the push. Now when you push your hand in Tai Chi, one hand or both hands, what the Chinese would say is that the back of the hand must follow the underneath of the wok. So you have the wok, the Chinese frying pan, there. Because every part of every movement in Tai Chi follows the arc of a part of a circle or a whole of a circle. Your push does this to prise the fingers forwards. This means at the end of the push, the yin potential in your hand is ready to be released as yang energy. If you were to push forwards just like this, you start with it being yang and it's got nothing to deliver. But this is a pulse that comes forward. So, from your half single whip position, you turn the thumb and lift, you corkscrew up, your head follows your hand, you sink your elbow, you take your foot not just a little further forwards, but on the diagonal further out, but make sure that this left toe will come down straight and not out into the corner. I relax this hand, I relax the elbow down, and I start to bring the hand forwards to pulse with the palm at the end and extend the right hook away to expand my energy through my back like an umbrella opening inside my chest, but not outside my shoulders. So from here, half single whip, bring the hook over the top. The back of the left hand brushes the inside of the elbow. You turn, relax the wrist, step not just further forwards but a little wider, sink, prise forwards. Now at this point, just to bring more integrity to my stance, I'll bring my right toe in a little further to settle my hips to the front. Otherwise I'll be out to the side like this, and you can see how that just simply won't be as strong as that. So this is called toeing in or toeing out. You'll see some styles taking the heel out. If that's their style, that's fine. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm not going to say it's wrong. Different way of doing it. So just to link it from the push through half single whip to full single whip, so you know what it looks like. It comes round from here, sit back, drop the elbow, push the hook out, turn the hook over, step a little wider, a little further forwards and prise, bring the right toe in, full single whip. There we go. So, lots and lots to practice. Don't expect to get it all right first time, but it is the practice that's the exercise. Not being able to do it in the end, that's not the exercise. Your exercise is following the videos and trying to do each little bit, because it's not just the physical part. Cognitively, it's difficult to follow. You're going to have to work it all out. So what's this, the right arm, the left arm, whatever it is, it's getting your brain working. And it's building lots and lots and lots of repeated exercise for your muscle memory, and it's also neurologically very good because it's sending all those signals down through the nerves in your arms and legs. Very, 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 very good for a lot of neurological complaints as well. We're not making any claims about it curing anything at all, but time and time again, practicing Tai Chi has been found to be very good for a lot of very, very complicated illnesses. Try it, you might find some relief. Talk about it, you're not going to get anything at all. So, be good to each other today, keep a smile on your face, have a lovely, lovely day, do a little bit of Tai Chi practice. We'll add on, we'll add on, we'll add on. In no time at all, you'll be doing Tai Chi. So, enjoy yourselves. Good work today, everyone. Well done.